guys, welcome back. I'm going to take the door handle off and start putting things back together on the inside here. I need to fiberglass that little hole for the door lock and go from there. And, you know, sorry I'm not filming as much. I mean, between, you know, there's a lot of birthdays coming up these next few weeks, so it's just busy time of the year. It always is. I hate this time of year. Always busy. Always something. And so it might slow down a little bit. I'm trying to get as much done. But like I said, it's just this. I don't know. It's busy. It's always busy this time of year. I don't know why. You know, I've been kind of a little bit sick off and on. I'm trying to get things figured out there, but like I said, that's all I'm trying. Okay, work with me. So anyway, just a lot of stuff going on. All right, there's that door handle. Get that to come out. Little beat up thing. The old rubber, but old rubber that when they put it back on, they just didn't put it on correctly or something. There we go. Okay. Alright, there's the door. So what we're gonna do, we gotta clean out the inside a little bit in there. I'll just get a screwdriver, kind of scrape up some of the stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some sandpaper real quick. I'm gonna sand around here, and then here, I'll show you. So we're gonna sand around the hole. You can see how thick that paint is around it. So we're going to sand it kind of flat. And then that way, when we put a layer or two of fiberglass on it, it'll adhere to it better. You know, you don't want to just put it like over the paint. So you want to take some sandpaper. A little bit more. All right, doesn't have to be nothing perfect because we're gonna have to come back and resand that down anyway. So like I said, we're just getting rough and going from there. Okay, so we're gonna need 4 or 5 pieces of fiberglass resin. I'll just cut a little strip there. And what I want is maybe like 2 pieces on the inside, 2 pieces on the outside, and some pieces to kind of go in the middle. So remember what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 pieces on the inside first, okay, to get that flat, and then we'll come back once that's dry. Then we'll put little pieces on the inside to fill it, and then another bigger piece over the top of it, over the top of those little pieces, to make it more flush, you know, and thick. All right, so basically that's what we're going to do. So So now we got our resin. I'll just mix up my resin in my little cup here, and yeah, go from there. And then we're going to stick it up in this little hole, and let's see if we can. Can you see it? All right, so we're gonna. Okay, so there really is no easy way to do this. The only thing I can suggest is getting your brush, getting the resin on there first, and kind of getting it up in there for it'll stick, okay? So that way you make that sticky layer, okay? And like I said, your hand is just gonna get, it's just gonna get resined. So there's really no way around this. So you can try and stick it. There's two ways to do it. You can get it all meshed up and, you know, sticky, and then put it on with your hands, or you can try to put it up in here like this, stick it, and use your brush. All right, we're gonna try and do it this way. Last time I couldn't get it to stick at all, so I had to put it. I had to basically dip it in the resin, and then just throw it up there with my fingers. So I'm going to try and do it this way, this go around, and let's see if we can get it to stick. All right. It's kind of messy. That's all this is. All right. Looks like that one might hold. Let's try another patch. Get that up in there, kind of. Do it a little different. Try to just keep it over the hole, though. All right. And same thing. You want a couple of patches. All right. And then that way, once that dries, that will hold really well. We're gonna leave it at 2. I think 2 will work just fine. I'm gonna try and get some of this resin that I dripped off along here. All right. So we'll let that sit, and while that's sitting, I can put on my other pieces here, my tracks, and stuff like that. Alright, so here's our tracks. Cleaned them up as best as I could, and I have to figure out which one goes where. I think this one goes in here. Nope. This one goes over here. Alright, so this one will be best to come up this way and get this one started. Okay, there's one track, and then this one. Turn it around. Come on, get started. I don't want to go on that one for some reason. And this is the one that the bolt was out of it. I don't know why. So, like I said, you just don't know what you get unless you have a professional that's doing it, or you do it yourself. Like, why would this bolt be missing when I tore the door apart? So, alright. They tape that little pin in. I'm like, wondering where's my bolt one going there? Tape there. Oh yeah. Okay, so there's that. And then I can get these, and then get the new rods, and get them all up in place. Alright, so I sprayed some of that white lithium grease in there. So it moves a lot more freely. And then this goes in here like this. So we're going to add this. And these are the old rods. They're still in there. This one I have to use for the poppers. The new ones don't fit, if you remember. So I have to reuse that as the popper. And this one, if you remember, goes this way because this little notch goes in through here. Okay, so we'll take this one apart. And that one will work, but I think this clip is the one that's going to be different, because last time they gave me the same clip on the other side, so it's probably going to be the same for this. Alright, so this one's going to go on here, but we're going to use the new clips. Use the new clips on this one. Come on, get in it. Alright. Oh, see, this is the wrong clip because of the way it clips in. Alright, so we have to use the old clip. I knew one of them was wrong. That's how the other side was. Yeah, see, new one, old one. That's a screw up on their part at the factory. I mean, this is sad that they can't even put the right clips on there, you know, to make things work. I guess that's just the way the world is nowadays. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so there's that one. And then this is the long one that's going to go in here. Alright. Like I said, every freaking clip is going to probably not work. Has to go this way anyway, so I almost screwed up anyway, so. Alright. Keep it up in that track. Yeah, so it was this one that was wrong, right? Oh my gosh. Whatever. Anyway. I knew one of the clips was going to be wrong. Okay. There's that one. now that one just sits waiting idly for that one. And the old one, we're gonna have to reuse the old one because of the popper, because it won't grab on the new one. But I am gonna take this off and I'm gonna clean it up. And okay, so the adjustable side is gonna go down over here, according to that other side. So take this clip off. Okay. And this one's gonna go in here. For the lock. There we go. And then we can adjust to however far I need it for here when I need to. But I have to get this in there too. So all right, let's see which one. Let's see, not gonna be that one. This one. All right. Like I said, we'll adjust this all later. All right, and that goes up in there, and I just need to put my locking mechanism up in there. That will come in last because I need to sand the door, get the door handle, put back in, paint it and everything on the outside, put that in, then put that little door handle in there. But I can get the power window. Okay, so if you remember, now we have to put this on before we get too crazy with the other thing. So, right, so it goes on like so. Just line up the holes. And you can flip it over around like this. All right. And then this. Let's see. Okay, so if you remember, I didn't have bolts for this, so I have to go buy bolts that's gonna fit those. So I'll just take this down to Ace Hardware and get the bolts for them. Yeah, because the kit doesn't come with the bolts, so we have to go find bolts that are gonna fit in here. So I'm just gonna take this with me, and we'll go down to Ace Hardware and match them up. All right, so we got this on nice and tight. Goes on that way, as you can see. We can loosen out this bolt, take this bolt out now. Because if not, if you take, this even has that warning, if you take that bolt out, it'll become unsprung from the spring and you'll never get it back on there. So we're able to take that apart, and then we can slide this up inside the window here, the door. So that's what we're gonna do next here. So just like the other side, this will sit up in there like that. So basically, you can slide this up in here. Okay. And then they have these little bolt holes. Line up. Here. Okay. This size is it's a 3/8. Alright, let's see if we can get this one started first. Okay, and I remember there's the plug-in for this, so when we move the wires through and get into there, then we'll have to remember that. Alright, so here's my 3/8. Okay. this window glass just a little bit because it has to go in their tracks. Just one quick note. Well, remember when I installed this, there's this track on the inside right here. I don't know if you can see down in there. Well, anyway, there's that one little roller that has to go inside that track. So make sure you put that roller, oh, it just went dark. Make sure you put that roller in that track before you get these, or this electric window roller, you know, bolted in. So, and then now all I have to do is put this one, or this longer piece on for the window track. Put that on those other rollers that go across here. I don't know if you can see them because, like I said, it went dark. There's one roller, and anyway, there's another roller down in there. And so anyway, we'll get that installed. I could just put my hand up in there, and that's it. And then this one goes in one of the rollers, yeah, or one of the tracks right through here. I do believe it's the one on the end, and then the other one's the window track that's actually on the window. So, all right, I think we're gonna leave off right there. I might fiberglass this inside right there real quick, or the outside of it, and get my other track over here. But let's go ahead and close the door, and you know what? Let's go ahead and fiberglass. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but the resin dripped all the way down. Oh, hell, that's gonna be fun to sand down. See? Yeah. Oh, great. Wonder if I could take a razor and just chip where it's on the paint. Maybe I could just scrape it off, maybe. Oh, yeah. That way I'm not gonna have to sand it. All right. But see, this kind of gives you the example of why you have to sand it to get that rough groove, or it's not going to stick. Okay, all right. Just going to mix this up a little quick. I don't need a whole bunch, just a little bit. Mix up my resin. Okay. And do the same thing. Just get your brush. Kind of plop it all around. All right. You can put a little piece in. All right. Maybe another little piece on the inside right there. There we go. And try and mesh them in there. Get them in there. That resin from dripping. Put another piece right there. So this is just building up that little indent. Okay, make sure it kind of overlaps a little bit on the hole. Kind of goes inside but overlaps a little bit. Okay, two more small pieces will go this way. Oop. And one this way. See how it just kind of moves. And then we got the bigger piece. We'll just go right over the top. Kind of do a patch like that. All right, and there we go. We'll let that sit, and we'll come by and sand it. Okay. And all those meshes, or the mesh from the fiberglass will hold that in. And we just gotta sand it smooth once it dries. I really like the lock delete. It just makes it look a little more modern, a little more nicer. I wanted to kind of make this like the C6s and get rid of this, but I wanted to keep the chrome on the door handles. You know, just to kind of keep it classy looking. I don't want it, I mean, I want it modern, but not too modern. Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna let it sit right there. Let it sit overnight, do its thing, and we'll come back tomorrow. Once again, I say thank you for watching my nonsense through this. I don't know if I'm boring you guys or not, because it's kind of the same stuff, repetitive over and over and over again, but you know, that's how you learn, is by doing it and failing and learning learning what you screwed up on. So all right, once again, thanks guys, see you next time.